Huh, so weird. The thumbnail did that weird thing again, where it kind of creates a black layer on the back and the top. I don't know why it does that sometimes. All right, guys, it's Monday. It's the Monday daytime stream. We're having a big tag return. Let's see. Hot Pokemon Slab Breaks. Live card shop. All right. So we get a lot of tag slabs. We grade a lot with tag. They're an up-and-coming company. They've been doing all right. They've been around a little while, but not as long as PSA. All right, let's see. Let's get this stream started fast. We're going to be having a tag return, which means we're going to spend some time showing off some brand new grades and showing off what people got on their grades. I assume that this return has other people's cards in it. All right, I don't know which return it is because there's so many out with tags, so we're going to find out when we start opening it. All right, we're going to pin this message. All right, the website is pinned. Very good. And let's see, we're probably going to ping as well. Let's go ahead and do some pinging. Scooby-doo, we're over here. At here. We're going live. Tag return. Monday. And we're going to go ahead and grab all these and hit ping. All right, there we go. So we've got that up. Thank you, Mike Side, for fixing the thumbnail. Let me delete some bad emails that I don't need. Tons and tons of unnecessary emails. Huge amounts of emails. Let's see. What's this? PSA payout coming. That could only mean one thing. Something sold in my PSA vault. I've taken an interest in the PSA vault. It's, what is this? Oh my God, there's so much. The spam emails have gotten so advanced over time. All right. Spam emails are so clever now. They appear to be human-like. Let me close this. Good. So, let's start pulling these bad boys out so that we can find out what return it is. Actually, the fastest method of finding out what return it is could just be to go to the tag website and see which order was shipped to me last. So it looks like it's 112. So we're looking for whichever order was shipped most recently. Yes, this one right here, shipped out on 108. So let's take a quick look at it. Let's see what cards were in it. The very first cards included Tyrannitars, Groudons, Duskulls, Bronzor, some Master Queef. So this one might be mine, because the first couple of cards only seem to be my cards. All right, cool. Well, if that's the case, we're going to have a lot more cards available for sale. All right, that's right. I send out submissions that are only my stuff sometimes. Oh, we better get this iPad running. So you ended up not getting your package, question mark. What are you talking about? What package? Let me go ahead and open this up. I want a package. We'll jump over here, and we'll jump over here. Scooby-Dooby-Dooby. We got some Pokemon Gold Silver playing. One of my favorite soundtracks. Very nostalgic. Buenos Dias. Hey, what's up, Mr. Mike Side? It's coming today. My package got delayed, mister. It's coming today. Oh, that sucks, dude. All right. Isn't that annoying? Oh, man. There we go. Come on now. Oh, here, let's get on to all chat. Okay, so I've turned it on to live chat, and now I'm going to head over to pop out chat. And there we go. I should be able to see everybody's cards. Ugh. My package got delayed. That makes sense. You were mentioning that it was not where it was supposed to be. Oh, what's this? One of the slabs has arrived damaged. Okay, that sucks. Looks like it's just a Mime 9. I don't think I'm going to complain about it. You know, it arrived damaged, but the plastic is not in the box. So something tells me this got damaged while they were working on it. Maybe they didn't notice, or maybe they're just kind of hoping I don't care because it's a 9. All right. That's too bad. PSA's done that to me before, though, so it's nothing new. Yes, when you ship cards, they can arrive damaged. The way they ship these is so strong. I actually highly doubt that got... Oh my gosh, what is this grade? I highly doubt that got damaged during shipping. I bet that got damaged in their factory. Whoa, look at that. Wow. Oh my gosh. Wow. That's a lucky 10. Look at that. These are so hard to grade, guys. Anytime you grade cards that are square cut, they're like so difficult to get 10s on. I mean, they have to be so clean. The pointy corners, they really work against you. So that's nice. Doobie 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 doo. So I kind of looked ahead at these grades already. I know what shipment this is. And it contains a lot of Halo cards in it. I think I decided to grade up some Halo cards. So I opened a box for myself and graded it up. And I think what ended up happening was I sent off some of the nicer ones, and they all graded like 9 and 8. Except for that one, the one that mattered. So I guess we're in good shape. I don't know. I think I break even. I don't think I make any money. That's how it goes, guys. There we go. Some tears have to be cried in the process of putting together some 10s, you know? Somebody has to take the risk. Somebody has to pay the money. And then some people get killed off in the grading process. It's just how it is. All right, that's all of it. Let's see our return, everybody. Are you ready? So this return does not include other people's cards. Just my stuff. Just my stuff this time. Happy Monday. Hey, what's up, Steven? Can't believe it's already Monday. I feel like the weekend went by way too fast. So we got a little Boa Hancock. Here's Monkey D. Luffy 9. Here's a little Promo Nami. I graded up a couple one-piece cards because you guys mentioned wanting more one-piece cards. Okay, so those did well. Shelder from Expedition did not do well. Vulpix from Expedition, as cool as it is, did not do well. Charmander 9. Pikachu 9. Now, these will still be kind of expensive, believe it or not. And with ones that are really expensive, like this Pikachu, he might just be delivered to PSA for a regrade. Here's Myena. Here's Flareon 8.5. Here's Uprising Halo. Here we have Simba. Beautiful Simba 10. Here's a Galaxy Within Grasp 10. Here's a Qui-Gon Jinn. I recognize these. I didn't actually open these. These were like abandoned. See, some people abandon their cards, and one of the most abandoned card types is anything that's not Pokemon. Look, see, that says from 2022. Here's a Tifa Hollow, just a simple Tifa Hollow. Ooh, that's Opus 1 Tifa. That's nice. Opus 1 Tifa, and a nice little Beedrill. Okay, I saw some good things in there. I want to buy more nice and cool Rayquazas. Any Rayquazas? No Rayquazas. Unfortunately, it seems like it's difficult to find any good modern Rayquazas that are kind of ugly looking or kind of super overpriced. So not a lot of Rayquazas out there to grade. Here, flip that around. Okay. Dooby dooby doo. Scooby dooby 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 doo. Wow. That's too bad. So some good one-piece grades. What is that grading company? Is it from Walmart? That's right. That's Walmart Grading. Thanks for asking. Here's Master Chief. That's too bad, man. I would have liked to seen a 10 on that. Here's a Dark Charizard. Where did I even get this from? Pidgey 9. Coughing 9. Whoa! Whoa! That's a big deal. Where did I get these from? These must have been sitting in a folder or something. That's a big deal. This 10 right here. This card right here is a big deal. This is going to be worth maybe $1,000 or $2,000 as a 10. And we know their grading's pretty harsh generally on these vintage cards. Wow. Okay. Wow, that's a good one. Maybe we'll host a nice break on that. Here's a Veltal 9. We don't really care about that. If it was a 10, the Veltal would sell for like 75. Palkia got a 9. Some really harsh grades here. Here's a Sephiroth 8. What the fuck? What is even wrong with it? All right. They grade these, you know, I feel like they have to come up with a way to hand out a bad grade on some of the cards. But so far, I've got 2 grades I like a lot. We are sending an order. Don't dox me. Oh, yeah. You don't want me to dox you. You go, oh, yeah. Look at that. Wow. I like those 2 grades so far. Didn't the one piece get all 10s? No, one of them got a 9. Mewtwo got a 9. Oh, well, it's like, it's got a white dot and it's off center. It makes sense. Looks like I was just grabbing anything, huh? Here's Golem 9. Here's a Lightning 9. This is the kind of order that Ivan Rodriguez would enjoy. Have a lot of affordable. Oh, look at that. Wouldn't that have been cool as a 10? Dang, dude. Man, that would have been cool as a 10. Oh, well. Same here. Look at this Darth General Grievous. Dang, dude. That would have been a cool 10. 8.5. I think I was just reaching for some stuff to be... Oh! The card right after this one's real good. I'm looking at the top of the pile. We got another really good grade right after this one. Hold on. Can you check my last message? Can I see the trade? Was that your last message? See the trade? You mean the trade slab? This one right over here? The trade slab is Flareon, and it's got 3 people in it, and it's $5 per spot. Does Tag knock off a lot for minor scratches? Yeah, Tag, like all the other grading companies, is super, 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 super picky. Look at this. Ah, this is such a good grade. Dang, dude. Mew 10. So we got 3 good grades so far, and a damaged card. Look, this Mr. Mime came back damaged. See the top corner is missing. Oops. Oh, well. Guess he got a 9 anyways. Good thing he wasn't a 10. All right, check it out. So we got this bad boy. Cubone 10. Wow. That's a big deal. The Cubone 10 is a really big deal. And then the Mew. So that Cubone, this one card grading 10 probably pays for the whole janky folder he probably came out of. I didn't open a bunch of Expedition packs. He most likely came out of a folder of used cards from the past. And because he's going to get a 10, I don't know what he sells for. Probably a couple hundred. It's probably not 1,000. The reverse holo probably sells for 1,000. But still, the folder probably costs a couple hundred. He's going to pay for it by himself. Here's a little Sephiroth. Okay, so a couple Final Fantasy cards in this submission. Kind of interesting. Giving Final Fantasy another chance to do well. She's in a bikini. Is that a selling point? Okay. Does Tag carry a premium yet? I haven't seen a lot of them go in auction. Sometimes Tag sells for more than a PSA 10. I think it's people out there who want a Tag slab rather than a PSA slab, and they don't have a lot of options. Okay. Ooh, here we go. One to the dome. So have you seen how many of these Halo cards we've gone through, and they've all graded 9 and 8? So all those Halo cards, and we got 2 10s. Again, shows you square cut cards are really hard to grade 10. You really got to appreciate them. People, they do not appreciate them. They think that it should be worth like 10 bucks or something because they don't do what I do. They don't grade all day long. I grade for other people, and I grade my own stuff. And because of that, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these go by. You know how much money that is just to grade 5 cards that fail a 10? So these all fail a 10, and then this one of them gets a 10. That's why 10s are always like 2 or 3 or 4 times more expensive, or more. Like in some cases, they're like 10 times more expensive than a 9. It depends on what card you're talking about. Like a card that never gets 10, just really rarely, it can have extravagant premiums. All right, we're still going. Hey, if you're having fun, guys, take a second and smash that like button. Let's get those likes up. I see we have 67 viewers. Let's get up to 30 likes. Wouldn't that be nice? So far, I've seen 3 or 4 really good grades I like. I'd say 3. This one's going to end up being sold. I don't know about this one. Should I hold it or should I sell it? All right, here's Giratina. That'll be popular. I've been grading these Giratinas for a little while. Those are pretty neat. That's vintage. So here's Trico 9. Here's Trico 9. Duskull 9. That's not my wallet. So I opened up a little bit of Spongebob. You can see I pulled a Krusty Krab. You can see I pulled a Shiny Bubble. No 10s, all 9s. All 9s. 9s for days. Once again, you can see how hard grading is. It's very difficult. Surrounded 9. Capture the flag 9. Ah, storming the beach. That's cool, man. So here's another 10. So yeah, I'm not going to want to part with that too quickly because I know a thing or two about how hard it is to grade these. Uprising. Oh, that would have been such a good 10, wouldn't it? That's a 9. Going to be a lot of affordable Halo cards here in a second. The tough part also is these Halo cards are so expensive to open too. Like boxes of these Halo cards are going for, I don't know, it's like $1,000 almost. So every booster pack of these I opened was extremely expensive. Okay, those are all 9s. So all those Halo cards open, and we've got like 3 10s, but luckily the most important 10, the holographic one. We got one more pile of cards to go through here, guys. Are you ready? So this is my PSA return. What do we got here? Pikachu from Pokemon Go. I keep telling you guys that I like Pokemon Go. Look how cute that is. And it's got a nice reverse holo stamp right here. Okay, here's a little Mewtwo also from Pokemon Go. Bummer, that got a 9. That got a 9. Hey, Mufasa got a 10. I should give this to Kara. She likes the Lion King. Wait, didn't we have we had a Simba go by too, didn't we? Hold on, I'm gonna give these to Karis. She likes the Lion King. It was her favorite childhood show when she was little. Okay. Tag has nice cases. So I'm gonna give these to Karis for fun. Wasn't there a Simba? I thought there was a Simba. Simba. There was a Simba somewhere. I should get her that too. She'll find it really funny. Okay. There you go. All right. Okay. We had a Simba. Yeah, there was a Simba, wasn't there? She'll have fun with these. I was teaching her how to grade cards the other day, and she was actually having a bit of fun with that. She was like, oh, this is cool. I was like, yeah, it is. That's why people do it all day. All right, where was that Simba, though? Not here. Not I, said the slab. Ugh. Some more Star Wars. Ah, here it is. We had a couple Star Wars 10s, didn't we? There we go. Let me pull these Star Wars 10s back out. There we go. Is the Mew promo for sale? It could be a break. That would be a pretty interesting break in the future, wouldn't it? There. Did I say that right? Wouldn't it be? Okay. Pull a couple of these Star Wars. Did you guys see these? If you just came in, you missed these. Look at that. Empire at War, Qui-Gon Jinn, and then this one looks really cool. I like that one a lot. Okay, anything with Darth Vader, obviously. So I'm going to run off. I'm going to give this to Karis for fun because she likes Lion King a lot. Now, these were the 100-year anniversary Disney Chrome cards. And what I remember is they were extremely expensive. We are. All right. And these appear to just be commons. So maybe these were gifted to me. Maybe I bought them from someone. Maybe they came from an abandoned bag. You can see Disney 100 was from 2023. That's almost 3 years ago now. Really crazy when you think about it. So time flies. So those are a couple commons. Let me go give these to Karis. I'll be back. Ow. all right, I'm back. She had the cat laying in her arms like a baby. Oh my gosh. All right. Excuse me. Whew. Okay, so where were we? Taking these 9s down. Lots of 9s. 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. You get a 9, I get a 9. We all get 9s. All right, you ready? So, that's unfortunate. Mill Tank 9. Ah, that's real unfortunate. Dog a 9. Magnezone would get a 10. Skarmory 10. Farfetch 10. Move these off the table. At least the Giratina got a 10. Dialga 10 would have sold in seconds. Okay, what do we got here? We got Mewtwo. Nice. Sold Mewtwo 10. Now, that's a single. I didn't actually open up Pokemon Go Japanese. It looks like I did, but I didn't. Oh, hey, look at that. One of the Spongebob's got a 10. Okay. Here's a Pizza Hut episode. Patrick's Fishnets. It's a really great. Actually, you know, they compare the Starmie design to this. Okay. The new Starmie design, of course. That's a 9. Couple 10s on the Spongebob's. The Doodle Dimension. And, no, this is Patrick. Okay. Very good. So a couple 10s on the Spongebob's. You'll notice there were plenty of Pokemon in this round, but also we kind of stretched out in some other directions to try some other things, like more One Piece, this Halo stuff, the Star Wars stuff. Here's some SpongeBob. Why do the lions in Africa have English and American names? American accents. I'm sorry, not names, accents. What's a break? Oh, a break is when we take a card and allow people to have a chance at it rather than buying it outright. Scalpers and PSA ratings ruined Pokemon. Eclectic. I mean, that's an opinion. What you could also say is that Pokemon's never been more relevant and talked about and collected than ever before. It was dead before that point. Now that everybody's into card grading, it's extremely desirable. So you can look at it. I mean, I think people who generally can't afford to grade their cards or they can't afford to buy 10s, they look at the really high prices and they get like angry at it. And I would call that a jealousy. That's what I would call that. It's not a good thing for you. Don't do it. Imagination. Wow, that is a really gay SpongeBob card. I like that one. So here's Best Day Ever. Storming the Beach 9. Ghost of Onyx 9. Wow, these Halo cards got wrecked, dude. None of these got 10s. The Chief Redux. Wow, those got terrible grades. Halo cards got really bad grades, everybody. Okay, there we go. New Lego brand Pokemon sets. Yeah, Lego brand Pokemon. Everyone wants a slice. Here's Master and Servant. Here's Spectre. I probably did lose money grading these Halo cards because these grades are so bad. These grades are so tough that I probably lost money opening and grading these. Pretty interesting. That's the way it works. Here's a Sergeant Avery Johnson. He gets a 10. So I can try and earn some of my money back with this one card. Oh, man, that's terrible. Here's Grovyle and Shaman. All 9s. 9s for days. If you're watching this order with me, you are noticing that almost everything was a 9, and there were just a handful of 10s. It was actually a really rough grading. So I think this order did not do well, and I don't think I'm going to make much money on this order, if any. I might just break even if I'm lucky. By the time I've done all the work of selling the cards, I might just break even. Oh, yeah, I took one of these promos, huh? Oh, hey, here's a Prismatic Tyranitar 10. That actually might do well. That's an English card. Here's a Lucario. Here's a Groudon 9. Here's a Duskull 10. That'll be worth like 35 bucks. Yeah, I think I got my ass handed to me on this order, guys. I'm not going to lie. So many 9s in here. At least they're not 7s and 8s. I've had PSA orders like that. You know, I get these PSA orders sometimes just out of the blue. Every card in the order is a 7 or an 8. And it's like, you can't recover from that. Those won't even sell for the cost of the grading. So you can't recover from it. But at least with the 9s, you usually get your money back from the grading. But you've still lost money from the value of the card being lost. Here's EV, Jackal 9, and Master Chief 9. There it is. I guess, here are my thoughts. I guess I should not have graded so many of the Halo cards, because the Halo cards are really what got me all the 9s. I mean, everything was grading 9 a little bit, but the Halo cards disproportionately got 9s. So please, if you see a Halo 10, appreciate how hard it was to achieve the 10. All right, I make it look easy sometimes. You see a table full of 10s, you think, oh yeah, there's 10s for days. No, it's so expensive to get 10s because it takes so much money and effort. You know, you have to open so many booster packs to get a 10. All right, what else we got here? We got, so these were some, okay, cool. All right, just a small pile of 10s this time, mostly a ton of 9s. That means our 9 box is going to be flowing, dude. Do you think sport cards would see an improvement if they started having rounded corners as standard? No. Do you mean like prices going up, or do you mean like people collecting? I don't know what you mean by, I don't know what you mean by doing better. I don't know much about the sports, you know, I don't know much about the sports hobby at all, so I can't comment on it very much. But I'm sad about this too. Look at this. What do we do with this one, guys? Wow, this got a 9. It's in such good shape. Take a look at it with me. Shall we look? It's got nice centering is decent. Oh, look at those color changes on the phone. I hate that the phone does that. You look at the back of the card. It's not too bad, but look, it's got like maybe a little white dot right there. It's really not that bad. I think it's close to a 10, but they said, hey, the problems on this card are high enough to turn this into a 9. So, you know, tag grading is harsh on the grades. If you didn't believe it, now you can see it. They are very harsh on the grades. I think they have to. You know, I think PSA actually has more wiggle room, is the irony. Because if Tag puts out a 10 that shouldn't have been a 10, everyone's going to dogpile them and be like, oh, you're a shit company. If PSA puts out a bad 10, people will be like, hey, a 10's a 10. Buy the grade, not the card. You know, that's what people will say. So, you know, Tag is under more scrutiny, in other words, whereas PSA is not, because they're the leader in card grading. So Tag has more scrutiny. Very interesting. How accurate is the expected delivery time on informed delivery? For a USPS, it's usually pretty accurate. I mean, it's pretty close. Do we have 2 lightning breaks going on? We have 2 lightning breaks going on. Is NHCC here? I don't know if he's here right now. Any baby news? Baby, you mean like having babies? Scalpers and PSA ratings are in Pokemon, Harry Potter, and Lord of the Rings films turned 25 this year. New Liga brand. Not that Halo card that mattered, though. Do you think sport cards would see an improvement if they started having round corners? I'm sorry about that. That's so annoying. I've been buying a few cards on there, so they have. So far I've been yet to be scammed. You can sell most cards more raw than a 9. Yeah, exactly. So exactly what PDX just said is sometimes much easier to just sell a card as an ungraded 9. It's faster. You don't have to pay for, you know, this stuff. You don't have to find a buyer for it. Yeah, ungraded cards is the way to go if the card can't grade 10. Apple going to power Siri with Gemini instead of ChatGPT. That makes sense. All right, how old is Tag? Tag grading has been around for a little while. They've been doing sports cards, and they only recently got into Pokemon, and then they exploded. Of course they did, because Pokemon makes your business explode. It's such a good hobby. All right, guys. Well, I had a lot of fun showing that off. I'm ready to start taking orders now. You can order anything you want. We don't have any of the new cards priced. And we can talk about the news or anything. I don't mind. So let's get started. Let's turn this. Let's change this music. We're listening to Pokemon Gold, Silver fighting music. Let's get out of here. All right, we're starting with a penny message from Isaac Thomas. I believe I have store credit. Could you ship me? Yes, sir, I can ship you with store credit. Give me a second. Let's go find it. Chat GOP is stronger, faster, better. He's better. Is it? They're all good. Actually, you know what I do is I line up all 3 of them, and then I copy and paste the same question to each of the AIs and see if they have the same answer. If they have different answers, that's when I raise my eyebrow and go, ooh. Maybe we investigate this more. All right. So Isaac Thomas, I'm looking for your store credit that you mentioned. Here it is, Isaac Thomas, 9. Okay, you're all set to go. There it is. Nines are going to be 10s, value soon, you see. I think that's true for some 9s. I don't know if that's true for all 9s. And I think you have to pick ones that are scarce or just going to go up in price faster over time. So, like, if you have, like, a Charizard and he comes back 9, you're probably still okay, you know, because it's Charizard. But some of the 9s are just not good. They're just junk. You can still make money with junk. The way you make money with the junk 9, you buy it for $8 and you sell it for $12. That kind of situation, right? And so somebody says, yeah, I'll take that 9. But if you want to talk about, that's called flipping. But if you want to invest, if you want to hold, you got to pick one that'll actually move up over time in price. Here we go, Isaac Thomas. So, but you know what? I've got so many slabs. I do not hold on to the 9s because I got too many already. I put a picture in Discord in the general chat, and I was showing off a whole stack of slabs that I have, and those are going to go off to PSA Vault. The reason I've been doing that is I've got too many cards, and I want to start putting them somewhere where I don't have to insure them anymore. I don't have to insure them. I don't have to vault them. Technically, this is vaulting them. So I'm going to start using the PSA Vault a little more and moving some of my cards out of my home. It's actually making me nervous. I have like too much stuff in my house. Okay. I find myself thinking about security a lot. Like, man, I gotta have lots of security. So I believe these are all his. He's got a lot, man. Any other ones? Let's see if I can find another one for you, Mr. Isaac. You never know. You might have another one laying around. Say I buy to collect. I don't sell. It's fun to collect because of the art. That's true. That's actually a very good reason to buy non-10s. That's a very good reason, because then you're just enjoying the card and it's in a nice holder, but you're not worried about paying like some super high price for it. And you're not worried about its performance as a, let's say, investment, as a store value. You're just having some fun. All right, there we go. Wow. Isaac went deep, dude. This guy had a lot. Any over here? Sarah's over here. We haven't seen Sarah in like a week. Aha! There you go, Mr. Isaac. Holy, this guy had tons, man. I'm glad you're shipping. You're clearing up some room right now is what you're doing. Okay, we can put Jeff there now. Secure your investment. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. I'm not going to put all my cards in the PSA Vault because I like having some of them around. But I realized I don't really care about having all of them around all the time. And so for some of them, I'm just going to send them out. Here's a box. I don't think this box will be big enough. I don't think that's enough. How can we send this? How can we send this to Miss Alexis in the smartest way? Let me go get an ETB. Oh, here's an ETB. Ooh, that's blinding. All right. Grab that. Okay. Okay, that fits nice. Oh my God, perfect. He had exactly 2 boxes worth of cards there. All right, that's 2 boxes. That's a full ETB box. My collection is 95% from you, lol. I'm rich now. Nice, dude. I should add like a bonus or something every now and then. All right, let's see. We definitely have a lot. We have a wide selection. And we try very hard to keep our prices competitive and attractive, and even, you know, kind of like a sale or something, like clearance. What happens if you die? Who gets your guard? So if I die by myself, like it's just me who dies, I'm pretty sure Karis gets it by default. She's going to be one very wealthy card collector. Local woman with a fantastic card collection after husband dies. I better watch my back. She might stab me. All right, Isaac, I have the same address as last time. Better make sure she doesn't pull out a large life insurance plan on me, because that could be problematic. All right. So we're going to say that this weighs quite a bit. 9s will be the new 10s. I still have that jaw issue going on. When I close my jaw all the way, this joint clicks on the left side of my mouth. It doesn't feel good either. I don't know what that is. I've had that before in the past. It usually goes away, but it hasn't gone away for a week now. I got like 10 Burger Hut Black Label. They give them out like candy. Burger Chew? You're talking about Burger Chew? Come on now. Come on, just give me the price of the label, man. This freaking software, man. Oh my God, it's just taking forever. It could be TMJ. My girlfriend has it, and she has the same jaw clicking. Ooh, let me see what it is. What is TMJ? The hinge connecting your jawbone to your skull. Causes include teeth grinding, stress, injury, disc displacement, leading to pain, limited jaw movement, and locking. Ugh. Yeah, the joint behind my ear. That's right. That's where it's clicking. It doesn't cause too much pain right now, but it doesn't feel right. It's very strange. Caused by grinding your teeth. So I had my dentist tell me that I grind my teeth that night. He could tell. Arthritis in the joint. Wow. Surgery may be needed. Oh my God. Well, maybe I'll just chew less. I'll just have soup for a little while. I don't know. All right, let me... wow, I still don't have a price for the label. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. It just went. All right, very nice. I had scrolled away, but I found my way back. Booty, booty, booty. All right, there we go. Not a bad thing to be grinding all day and night, sir. All day and night, huh? All right, that is Mr. Isaac's shipping. First order of the day. Let's see what other orders we get in. Notably today, we have this break. We got Miss Beatrice is already in it, and it's the Shining Mew Koro break. I suspect this one will be very popular. Like I see it and I want into it. It just looks super cool. Vintage Mew from 2001. This came out of a magazine, and it's a Shining Mew. See how he's blue? So that is very special. It doesn't matter whose collection or what grade he is. He's a very special card. I suspect that's going to be a top break. As for the Lightning Pikachu over there, we might be having Pikachu fatigue because we've sold that card like 7 times in a break. Let's see. We have an order, Javier Arroyo, $75 to finish my slab away and 1 live costume. Yes, sir, let's get it. All right, Mr. Javier. Yeah, PSA 9 Gengar. A Gengar, you say? Now I'm curious. Let's look for his Gengar. How old is this one? From November? Should be in here. I wouldn't be surprised if it got moved, though. Here it is. Oh, man, that's a good one. Legend Maker Gengar. Nice, dude. Here's a 9. Look at that, guys. Really cool, man. Unfortunately, this one did not get a 10. That would have been an amazing 10, man. All right. It would have been worth so much money in a 10. So for me, that's a loss. For you, it's not a loss because you're purchasing it as a 9. But I had the opportunity for it to grade 10 and came back 9. Sad. Is it true it's hard to get a PSA 1? I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. All right, 1 live custom. I think it's harder to get a PSA 10 anyways. I'll put it that way. Harder to get a PSA 10. Good luck. Let's see what you get. Oh, this box is really full. I can feel it. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's yours. Let's see what it is. Ah, this time a dugong. All right, dugogging it up. Does the English 151 also have reverse pokey hollows? No, it does not. That was one of the big problems between English and Japanese, is that the Japanese version had the Pokeballs and the Master Balls. English did not. And a lot of people were very disappointed by that, myself included. Okay, some beautiful cards there. This right here is a Zelle giveaway. Basically, if you're someone who uses Zelle to buy cards from me instead of PayPal, you get to be in a bonus giveaway. All you have to do is make a purchase using your Zelle account. We like Zelle. Zelle has no it has no fees at all. No fees. Like, even when you wire money from bank to bank, there's a fee. Somehow Zelle has no fees. Zelle is owned by the banks. It's the bank's own app. I think they use it to avoid PayPal, basically. They don't want PayPal. PayPal charges everybody money. So there's a lot of fees involved with using PayPal. PayPal takes a slice, and it's a pretty substantial slice. We like Zelle because they don't take a slice at all. They take 0 slice. And the banks like it too, I think, because they don't have to pay any PayPal fees. So everybody's liking Zelle. It doesn't work outside of the U.S., but it does work in the U.S. Not all banks can use it. Some banks can use it. So that's the downsides. The upsides, it works just like PayPal. It's a bank-to-bank transfer, and there's no fees involved. Excuse me. Mister, how much do I send for priority shipping? Ooh. Do you want all your cards priority shipped? So let me think about it. So just the one slab, or your slabs are getting priority shipped, we could probably do that for 15. If you want all your cards priority shipped, that will cost substantially more. That'll be like $50. So maybe what you could do like a $9 regular shipping, and then you could do a $15 separate shipment and say, ship my slabs this way. So you could do $15, ship my slabs priority, $9 to ship all your other stuff. Would that work? That would save you more money than priority shipping all your stuff, because you got a lot of stuff. Can I get a discount for using Zelle? I would consider that, yes. So if you did a massive order, let's say $500, it's pretty big, right? We can start to do discounts after a certain amount because it's easy to calculate. But I don't know about calculating 3% for every single order. It's so much work to make sure that you paid the correct amount on my side, unless all your orders are really simple. But it gets to be really complicated. The calculation on my side, it's a lot of work. And, you know, if you're at a point where now I got to do all this extra math every time you use Zelle, just to basically give you back the money that would have gone through PayPal, I might as well just tell you use PayPal at that point. Like, I don't want to do the math, just go use PayPal. You see what I'm saying? So that's where it gets complicated. But yeah, let's say, so 3% on $500 is about $15 back. So if you're using Zelle and you're doing really big orders, we can get the price down even closer. You know, I used to tell Jennifer Yap that. I think I used to tell, can't remember who else I'd tell that to. But we've had big buyers in the past where I tell them, hey, let's get you on Zelle, and I'll reduce your order cost by 3%. I've had that happen. $3 out of 100 is not worth it. New site, Mr. Question Mark, says Dapper Tattoo Personal. Hey, what's up, Dapper Tattoo? Yes, we have a website where you can order cards live now. All right, let's see the next order. So the next order is Mr. Mike side, 1 spot in the Mew and 100 towards Slabberoni. All right, Mr. Mike side. Mr. Mike. Oh, you had a Misty's Pikachu. That's a good one. So that goes down to 480. And then 1 spot in the Mew, of course, because the Mew's insane. What was the tag submission? Just my stuff. It was only my stuff. It was not a group return. Maybe I should change the title to say that. Hold on. I'll change the title so there's no ambiguity. Is that a big word? I'll say tag return my stuff only. Illustrator at 11 million. Didn't the most expensive sports cars sell for 12? Are you saying the Illustrator's at 11? I think Logan's Pikachu's already at 11 million. Nice. Well, you know, whoever's buying it, I hope they're a better steward of the card than frickin' Logan frickin' Paul. Even though he's getting paid out, you know, he's not going to own it twice, so he's out, you know. It's like ripping a Band-Aid off. All right, here we go. Yeah, I don't like the way he treated people on the Crypto Zoo thing. I don't like the way he treated people on the fractional shares. He's, you know, I don't know what to say. I think he hurt a lot of people. Even if he was well-intentioned, which I don't think he was. I think he was just intending to make profit. I think he hurt a lot of people. And, you know, he made a lot of promises, and then he didn't keep them. So that's the let's say the nicest way of saying what went down. In another way, you could say he defrauded people. If you want to be harsh, if you want to get real mean about it, you know, when you hype something up too much, it's like defrauding people when it explodes. Right, like if I came over here and I said Pokemon's only going to go up and it'll never come down, and you can only make money on this, and man, you got to join because it's going to be such a big deal, and then I get rich from that, and then Pokemon crashes, it's kind of like, man. But he goes beyond that. He actually sells really bizarre, you know, products that he's involved with, like Crypto Zoo. You know, that's a crypto that they made up, and then this fractional shares thing with the Pokemon. That's the same thing. It's kind of like. It's not a normal product. It's an unusual product. So you're hyping it up like the big Connect guy, and then everybody gets hurt from it. It's just, you know, what would be right is if all the people who had bought a fractional share in the Pikachu got an equal cut of the sale price, you know. So after it's done selling, they should all get paid out with Logan Paul. But he's claiming he owns 100% of the card. I just don't think that's right. Logan's now collecting Zards and Magic Fish. 3.5 is right. Lol was reading someone's comment. Just gotta love misinformation. No, it's at 3.5 million, not 11 million, says Mr. Rain Brian. Okay, there you have it, guys. Illustrator Pikachu is only at 3.5 million. All right. Very cool, guys. Let's see the queue. We're in a point in time with the cards where we're waiting on the next set of Ascended Heroes. Let's see. What's this? Placed on January 11th. Mr. What's better, Venezuela or Greenland? Oh, I don't know if I could call either one better. I think I'd rather live in Venezuela, though. I bet they got a nice beach. Yeah. Greenland sounds pretty cold. So Greenland sounds pretty bitterly cold. Let me go ahead. It depends on what perspective you're asking for. You mean like for the United States, which one's better? I mean, that's I don't know. It's a theoretical question. Here's the Ditto break. We have Metamong Ditto, so we got lots of breaks. We are. We could have a very good relationship with Venezuela after this point. Maybe America would be seen as sort of like the country that helped them reset their democracy or something like that, you know. But I think a lot of it kind of hinges on whether or not they can be successful as a country. And it's going to be a very, I think it's a difficult and long process because probably a lot of Venezuela's smartest people already left. All of their talented people left to the United States. They're over here now. And so you're missing too many people. So how do you get a good workforce going in Venezuela now? You know, all the young, healthy people, they run away. Let's see, 3.5 million. The estimate to hit 11 million. How much the Pika Van Go? Do we have a Pikachu Van Go? I don't think we had a Pikachu Van Go. Metamong Ditto did go down in price. My one was 1.9 with Star Spot. My one. Oh, you were in a previous. Oh, okay. Yeah, I noticed that too. I noticed he was a little bit cheaper. All right. Yeah, that happens. Sometimes cards go up. Sometimes cards go down. They all go up in the long run generally. You know, so I'm here to hold on to my cards for like 20 years. So what shall we work on today, guys? Let's start pricing up these new slabs that came back. Did you guys see a slab from the return that you got especially excited for? All these 9s, obviously, right? Oh, man. See, I don't know what to do with these. Halo Chief. Oh, man, there's going to be a lot of these. There's a lot of these. I think on holding on my slab for 10 years. Yeah, exactly. It's important not to react to the price today or the price tomorrow if you want to hold on to them for a long time. And to hold on to something for a long time, you have to believe it's going to be still valuable all that time later. Here it is. Okay. It's one of the interesting things about, like crypto, for example. There are people who own crypto who think crypto is still going to be good 10 years from now. And they don't care about the price today or the price tomorrow. They're buying it because they really believe in it. Evolving Skies now, almost $3,000 a box. And to think I just sold through a box. Oops. It's just kind of how it is. Here's Storming the Beaches. All right, Storming the Beach. Lovely. Okay. Ready? $25. Storming the Beach, $25. Let's get some of these new slabs priced up. You guys will probably see a lot of slab pricing because we just got a fresh return. Here's Ghosts of Onyx. It's pretty cool looking. This one shall be $20. Okay. I like this one, just a clear looking dual wielding Master Chief. All right. Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo. All right. And then finally we have Halo 3, the Chief Redux. I don't know. These prices are made up. They're not based off of eBay. eBay might, in fact, be pricing these much higher. They probably are. There it is. I'm a motivated seller. I'd like to see these go. Let's see. So we've shown off some slabs. Why don't we actually go through all the breaks and have an update on where all the breaks are at? There's the bounty for the month. Here's a nice little Snorlax. Here's the Zelle giveaway for people who buy with Zelle. Mega Nidoking. Okay, he's really close to having spot number 2 complete. He's got 2 sublist spots left. They're $40 per sublist spot. Your odds are 1 in 10. The new Ditto break is a 1 in 7 with a star spot. Here's a new Mew break. I suspect this will be very popular. This is 1 in 13 so far. This Pikachu break, which will come down if no one buys a spot in it very soon, he will come down. NHCC's in there. I'm waiting for him to come back and say hi. Here's our trade break, which is a cute little Flareon. $5 to get in there, or you can trade me some of your junky cards to get in there. Here's the pack split, which nobody's jumped into, notably. This is Vintage Gym Heroes. It gives you a chance for $1,500 Misty's Tears. Again, that's $1,500 as a PSA 10, and it's just a common card in the set, so it's very feasible that we pull it. It could really happen. It could be in that pack. Yep. It's just a common trainer card. That's all it is. Misty's Tears. It's a band artwork. Misty's naked in the image, which is why it's so, I guess, famous. It's a bit of a strange thing, isn't it? There's that Zelle thing. So what else? We have a little more, though. We have this Squirtle, which is the vintage break. What'll happen is pretty soon this will become the star receiver. So he will go off. He will not be coming back down. And here is Spongebob, which is 1 in 9 from the Secret Lair Magic the Gathering. He got a lucky 10, but I think there's limited interest in Magic cards on this table. I think that's what's going on. Limited Magic the Gathering interest. There you go. Or maybe limited SpongeBob interest, but I suspect it's Magic. You know why? Because we never sell Magic cards. It's so, they're bought so, what would be the word? Like they're just bought every now and then. Okay, so we got these pushed back a little bit. So we also have these cards over here. There's the donation score. The one-piece box break. This is EB1, and it's up to 8 out of 21 spots. Okay, so he's moving a little bit. Here's our email. Here's the mega sub list. Like I said, 2 spots here for the Nidoking. He's getting close. Ancient Origins box break. So we got one of these running. This is just a placeholder for spot number 27 in here. So as of right now, this is 3 out of 6 spots filled. When this fills up to 6 spots, we run a break on it, and somebody will be added to spot number 27 for this box break. We're pretty close to the end of this. I'd love to see how this ends and what's in the box. Don't you guys want to know? Okay, but it's pricey. Let's see. We're talking about what we're working on right now. Trying to add stuff to our collection. That's what we're working on. I got some spots in the Ancient Origins box break. I hope I pull Rayquaza. I hope I pull him. Here's the box in question. You know, so I got 3 packs in here. And if I pull the right card and it grades 10, it's a big deal. So I hope to pull something too. 3 spots will give me a little shot. There we go. We'll see what happens. Back in the day, those packs were just 45 bucks. Can you believe that? But everything's changed over time, and it's not going the other way around. Every time one of those boxes gets opened, it becomes more rare. And we've known that. We've seen that for a long time. We have some specialty items on the table that I can see I've placed over here for them. Oop, not this. This is just Hello Kitty Cat. Meow. We got some specialty items on the table over here, like this Naruto pack and this 100 start deck. Last week, we opened up a lot of start deck. We're going after the exclusive ARs and exclusive SARs in the 100 start deck. A lot of people didn't know this, but there's a bunch of alternative arts in here that you can only get out of here. So you can buy one outright for 50 bucks or try your hand at a gym break if you'd like. Additionally, we have our Jumbo Pack break. This has been going on for like a couple months now, and it's weirdly one of the most popular breaks on the table. It's just a whole bunch of booster packs of different origin, and you get a 1 in 4 odds to take all of them, and it just keeps going off. People just really like that one. Actually, I don't know if you knew this, Zach, but you actually won the last round of it. And then here is the binder break, which I can now see why we stopped running this, because there's enough cards in here that I personally don't feel like adding anything else to it. I think I'd rather just grade these. So like this Snivy, I mean, I can just visibly see that the Snivy is probably going to be a 10. And if I graded him 10, he's just going to sell for 75. So what's my incentive at this point to put more cards like Snivy in there? It kind of doesn't make sense. But here's what we got in here. Snivy, Vincent, Teddy Ursa, Gengar, Pikachu, Galarian Moltres, Glaceon, Chansey, Bulbasaur, Haunter, Eevee, Gengar, Poliwhirl. This is enough for a whole submission. Now, I don't know if I'd grade Fluttermane, but you could. You could grade Fluttermane. Here's an Ethan's Typhlosion. I could grade that. Here's a Centaur Mina. Here's a Gossifleur. Mew's not bad. Crobat's not bad. This could be graded. Kiracosta, this could be graded. Articuno, Whiscash, some baseball cards that I know nothing about. Maybe those should not be in there because maybe they should just sell directly to a baseball guy. Here's a little Lord of the Rings, a little Topps, a little Star Wars. Lot of stuff in here, really. And we call it the binder break. But to be honest, there's a point where it has enough gradable value where I'm looking at it going, why don't I just send that out to grade? You know what I mean? We are. All right, so I'm thinking about that. You know, we tried to run this once before, and it was a similar deal. I remember it now. The binder break, you had to keep adding stuff into it till it reached a point where it was so expensive that people were like, well, I'd be stupid not to get into this. And the balance of that is in such a way that I'd be better off just sending those off to grade. That's why we don't run the binder break anymore. I remember this. They just want SpongeBob, not gay SpongeBob. What? What do you mean they don't want gay SpongeBob? SpongeBob could definitely be a gay character. He's very gay. Let's take a quick look at the queue. It is Monday morning. I hope you guys are having a fantastic January. I was a busy bee yesterday. It was beautiful out yesterday. It was very cold, but it was beautiful out. We went outside. There were these big logs we needed to burn, so we went out and burned them. Actually, I think they're still smoking right now. I could show you. Javier says he'll try a prismatic and a live custom and $9 shipping. All right, sounds good. You just want to ship it all for $9. That sounds smart. Here we are. Why not? Sponges can't be gay. Here we are. Yeah, that's right. 1, 2, 3. Put this here. The gang's all here. I don't like girls. Okay, what do we got? Voltorb. 1 Voltorb it is. Sorry, man. 1 Voltorb. We got that box pretty loaded with hits right now. And let's grab this prismatic. I think I'm at a point where we have to open some prismatic. Is that right? These are phantasmals. Great. So I'm going to go open a whole box of prismatic out of the other room. I got those like Lucario Tyranitar boxes, right? So I'm going to pop one of those open. There's always so much trash generated from those. It's super annoying. But it'll take me about a minute, and then I'll bring all the packs in here. Okay, I'll be right back, guys. Sent a PayPal. Sweet. Oops. All right, here I am. I'm back. I forgot to show this off. There we go. Ooh. So, Tag gave me these. It said ineligible. Pretty much Weiss cards. What's wrong with this one? That's a Halo card. Why does it say ineligible? Brutal encounter? It doesn't really explain why. I kind of get the Weiss ones. They say they don't do Weiss. So that's fine. Well, they don't do Japanese Weiss. And these are all Japanese Weiss. So that is... I don't understand the Halo one. They graded all the other Halo cards. Ew, rat. And look. Bomber. That got a 7.5. That's pretty rough. Oh, man. They're real tough with some of those grades, man. If you didn't think tag grading graded harsh enough, they definitely do. Also, here's this. Okay. So, I often never valued the red-green deck as much as the blue-yellow deck, because this product right here gives you a deck of each, and they seem to have made a lot of these. Oh, nice. This is real expensive. You guys get to see something real expensive. There they are, a deck of red and a deck of green. You can already see this is off center on the back. This one's a little better centered. So this deck might do bad. The whole deck might do bad, but you never know. Hopefully a Charizard in there somewhere, huh? So I bought this off of from Japan, and it probably cost me, I don't know, whatever they're going for these days, 1.8 thousand. And then you don't even know if the decks are going to be any good. And you open it, they might not contain Charizard, either of them. So that's what you got to learn about these poker decks is they often don't contain Charizard. It feels like Charizard shows up 1 every 4 decks on average. That's how it feels. I've opened a lot of these. So you pay 1.8 thousand for 2 chances for a Charizard, and then you don't get them. Then you get a bunch of stuff you don't want, like Diglett. But no, there's usually a couple other Pokemon, like maybe Squirtle, Charmander, Bulbasaur. Those only sell for so much. So you try to make your money back on those for the actual cost of the deck. And it's just very, you know, you got to be a little brave to take a shot at it. Okay, here's this. Okay, we'll set this back over there. It's pretty tough. The poker cards are reaching a point where they're so expensive now that is tough to buy. Just go out and buy a poker deck and it's, you know, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, easiest flip. It used to be an easy flip. They don't look so easy anymore. The prices have settled out into a way where they look like they're probably what they should be. There you go, because there's a lot of risk with opening fresh product. Let's see. J-Dog says, speaking of fires, Poke Scalper, I got a cast iron fireplace out by my shed. I burn all the time. Keep warm by and hang out. Yeah, Karis and I have 2 seats, and we just burn it right in our lawn. We got this big burn area, and sit in our seats and just look at the water, the sun shining, and the logs burn. It's nice. It's actually really nice. There's not a lot to do in life. Eat, sleep, maybe have sex, and then just get old. That's it. I mean, you can go to Disneyland, you go to Japan, but there's not a lot to life. So, you know, sometimes you're just sitting there watching logs burn, and you're just like, yep. Almost like King of the Hill when they're drinking their beers by their, you know, at the end of the day, they're drinking their beers behind their fence. They call it the alley or something like that. They drink in the alley. So I believe you are this box right here. There's only so much you can do in life. And one of the things you can do is burn some firewood and sit on your back porch. All right. Disney World is better than Disneyland. I guess. I don't even know. I've been to neither of them. Ugh. Okay. So you got plenty of stuff in here, Mr. Javier. Similar to the other guy. Let me get you a double box, okay? Give me a second. I'm going to get you a double box. Let's get some shipping done, guys. All right. Whoa. That's got a top loader in it, so we'll put that in the top because the top is wider than the bottom. Junk. It says junk on the bag. There we go. Just uploaded my first short. Thank you. Stay inspired. That's nice. Here we are. Okay. Put this here. Javier hits can go in the middle. Here's 2 more bags. And 1 last bag. You're like Isaac Thomas. You had approximately 2 ETBs worth of stuff. Now we have a very empty JA box and another very empty JA box that can go right back up here. We'll pull this off to the side. Now, I assume you might have some slabby patties going out with this. Okay. Javier, you've been a big customer for a long time. I want to say thank you for that, man. Let's get, let's see. This one's going to require signature confirmation, and it's going to end up being priority anyways. All right. There we go. It's funny you were asking about priority mail shipping, and I was just answering you like a general policy. But then when you ordered shipping and it was time to put all your stuff together, I assessed what you had, and I said, well, this goes in a priority mailbox. So you end up getting priority anyways. Isn't that funny? All right. How many Halo 9s you have on the table that I can buy as a bulk? As a bulk, you want to buy some Halo 9s? Well, guess what? I got some Halo 9s for you. So in general, they won't be very expensive unless I deem that the artwork is maybe a more rare artwork. But we only put 3 up at the moment, and I'd like to sell all of them over time, okay? Okay, so let me move this off to the shipping table. Thank you. That's some big shipping, man. That's no joke. Some serious stuff right there. You also got that expensive slab in there. So there's this guy, and there's this guy, and there's this guy on the table right now. There we go. But, you know, we have a lot more of it somewhere. Where'd it all go? It's hiding. Oh, here's some. Oh, hi, Mark. Here's some. So the Jackal's a little more expensive. He's an actual holographic hip pull. Anyone entertaining the thought of grading Halo cards, now you see the pain of grading Halo cards. It can be really tough. I'm just so glad that the actual top card, the holographic Master Chief, that one graded 10 somehow. Probably because it was printed differently, if you think about it. See, these are all non-holos. They probably came from a different sheet of paper than the holographic one. And then the embossed foils, they often have a printing issue where they were like sticking to each other or something. I don't know. So let's take a quick look at this. So this Master Servant shall be 20 bucks. This Spectre, that can be $18. This one's called The Prophets. I like the way it's presented. It's very clear. We're going to say $24 on this. And then this one's an actual embossed Covenant Jackal. I have to look that one up. That card's pretty rare. Mister, I got my package. Woo! All right. It's all here, safe and sound, huh? That's great news. Whoa, people are charging outrageous prices for these. I did not realize that these were so outrageously expensive. So it looks like the Jackal will get a proper price. I'm not going to charge as much as eBay still. My price is still going to be cheaper. I'm going to say 75 on this guy. So when it comes to these embossed cards, at least, they're pretty expensive. All right. Now you got flex on them. Okay, thank you, Javier. Thank you so much. We have an order from Tyler Davis, a spot in the Mega Pack Break, and a spot in the Ancient Origins. So Ancient Origins has 2 spots left. What is this music, dude? I feel like I'm in a kid's clothing store or something. La 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 la. Get me out of here. Where am I, Willy Wonka? Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory. Buy into the Mew. I sent for all, but not the $75 one. Okay, sounds good. Tyler Davis. So there's 4 spots in here, and I believe he said he wanted into the Jumbo Pack Break. We call it the Jumbo. There it is. So we need 3 more people in there. This is always fun. There you go. What if we did a Jumbo Pack Break, but instead of it being like, you know, affordable booster packs, they were all like multi-$100 booster packs, and it was like $10,000 to get in. Holy cow, these cards are crazy. Yeah, do you like my shipping style? So it all arrives safe, huh? Oh, my eyes are itchy. I ship a little faster than Alexis. I've seen her stoil before. She does a trick where she pulls each baggie out, and then I believe she typically double baggies it, and then she does a bubble wrap for just that bag. I'll take the whole box and just bubble wrap the box, then put that into another box, and then that into another box. 3 boxes. So that's my style. I like to do it like caveman style a little bit, just get it all done fast. But no one's ever complained about Alexis shipping before, so she can do it however she wants. Here's 3 of these. Ooh. Made my first Zelle payment, says Dapper Tattoo. Nice, dude. That is awesome. So we have encouraged people to try Zelle out, and Mr. Dapper's giving it a try. I'm glad to hear that. Sometimes, you know, it takes a little effort to figure a system out. Let me have a sip here. So we've just had a big tags return, and there's a lot of interesting cards in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So those are 6 slabs that Mr. Ivan might have just purchased. Ivan Rodriguez says Halo. All right. And then Ivan Rodriguez says for the cheap ones. All right. So here you go, Mr. Ivan. These are all yours now. You're going to have a lot of slabs, dude. Yeah, those were really, really cheap. Actually, I'm barely breaking even on the grading on these. So it's like you got the card for free. All right. Okay. All right. So I hope that this price is low enough that if you go back to sell these on, let's say, eBay, you can list them for a few dollars more than what you bought them for. Or if you took them to a card show, or if you traded them in somewhere, or used them in a trade. All right. Wasn't that Mew TRG1 and sold back? What? The Mew TRG1 and then sold back. I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, yes. So that Mew was, it wasn't one that he won and sold back. I think that was Aovik's Mew. I can't remember who, I don't remember whose that was, but it was one that I did buy it from somebody in our group. Yeah, actually, I don't remember all the details of it. All right, so since those Halo cards are down, let's grab some more Halo cards real fast. I'll take care of you soon, mister. What? What do you mean? Here you go. We'll grab 2 of these. Made my first sell. I remember something about it. It got some lore. Trying to get 3 Halo cards up on the table because we got to get some of these Halo cards priced up and available. Gives them a better chance of selling. All right. So these embossed ones are not cheap, even though they are 9s. They are valuable. The other cards might be valuable too. I'm just too lazy to price them properly. So if we actually look these up on eBay, they might be more expensive than 20 bucks or $25. Actually, this one looks cool as hell. Look at this one. We might have to ask a little more of an appropriate price for this one because this is so cool looking. That's definitely one of the top artworks. Okay. I found the Celebi, mister. Wow. Yeah? Pretty exciting, huh? It all arrived. That's good. You know, it feels good when that, because that was a big, dude, your shipment, all 3 of those boxes, everything you ever spent money on, how much you think that was in terms of what eBay values it today? I mean, because I know the Celebi, I think, went up in price, right? That might have been like a $40,000 shipment. It was a lot. It was a big risk. It's like shipping you a car. This, like a vehicle. But very cool. Wait, I thought we already priced this. I had 2 of these? I had 2 Covenant Jackals. Oh, and they both graded 9. That's amazing. Bro. All right, we got 2 Jackals graded 70, or priced at $75. Here's this Master Queef 8.5. He's dual wielding. Looks like a shot from the game. We're going to ask just $12 on this. So here's $12. That's an 8. Here is one of my favorite characters from Halo, and it's this Hunter, and he got a 9, sadly, and we're going to ask for an appropriate price for this. We're not going to let it slide. That one we'll let slide. We don't care about that guy. We just want to get our money out of this Hunter here. Ooh, ow. Let's see what it looks like. It's called Covenant Hunter. Here's an embossed foil 8 for $100. Let me check sold. Tag is brutal on them Halo cards. They really were. Okay, so I don't see a price available for him other than the fact that there's an 8 for $100. We're going to ask $140, I think. Okay, so we have a 9 for sale. It's a little more expensive than the one online. And actually, we don't need 2 of these up here at a time. I don't like the way that feels. This guy can play around down here for the moment. There we go. It kind of takes up some real estate on the table. You just need 1 of each. Now, this guy's actually pretty cool. I like the way that looks a lot. Any 10 Halos. There were just like 3 or 4 10s out of all the cards we sent in, proving once again that Tag is an extremely harsh grader, and I'm probably going to ask a pretty serious premium on some of those if I even sell them. I don't know, should I sell them? So this one's really nice looking, and we're going to ask about $45 for this. All right, which is more typical of what you see for the price of a 9. We're letting some of those other 9s go. Look at this Palkia. Dang, dude. That's so crappy. Oh, man. So many nines in this tag return, guys. Tag was really harsh on the grades. They're always harsh on the grades. They are very harsh graders. Okay, what do we got? We got an order from Christine. Did NHCC buy the $10 on the star spot? He did. He did. I'm so sorry. If you had asked that and I'd seen it in chat, I'd have told you that. I apologize. So you're going to have $10. All right, here it is. Tag is brutal on them Halo cards. Any 10 Halos. Hey, everyone. Hey, how's it going, Mr. Albert? You went box in a box. Haha. That's right. It's double boxing. You know, so for shipping collectibles, I've even talked to insurance companies about this because it's such an interesting topic. Shipping collectibles is a high-risk activity because they're so expensive. These are the techniques that I stick to. Ship them in a large, hard-to-displace box. When you have guys that are shipping stuff for like UPS, USPS, or FedEx, the easiest kind of package to lose is a really small package. They're easy to step on. They're easy to crush with another box. When a box is really big, it's much harder to crush it, much harder to step on it because you have to lift your leg so high. Harder to lose it too. So ship expensive items in a nice large box, like just physically large. Stick to large boxes. And then second, I always double box it because it's so much harder to rip through two boxes. So that's what we like to do, double box, triple box, and let the package appear to just be a normal package is probably the other thing I'd say. One of the things I don't like about insurance, when you put insurance on a USPS label, they actually tell you how much the box is insured for right on the label. I don't know why they do that. It's just like it's begging to be stolen. So that's another thing I don't like. Here's Beatrice. Can I get the Halo slab with the cool artwork of Chief jumping back and shooting? So yes, but this one is not going to be 12. This one's going to be a proper $45 card. Now this one was 12, but that's because he graded 8.5, which I'm treating as just an 8. So I apologize for that, Beatrice. I hadn't priced that one yet, but I think I know what you're doing there. You're trying to pull the gun ahead of time. Would you like to price adjust it to 45 maybe? All right, Ivan's already snatched this one. Cent 12. Here you go, Mr. Ivan. All right, appreciate it, man. So I lost money on this one, Mr. Ivan, but I don't mind. It got an 8.5. We're just selling them for cheap. That's all we're doing. We're just letting them go. Oh, okay, so you are adjusting for this one. Here you go, Miss Beatrice. Yeah, that's a really nice looking Halo card, and Halo's about to be kind of relevant again because it's being ported to the PlayStation. It's being remastered too. How cool is that? They're going to add some extra levels to it. I think that's neat. I assume that's going to be available on all platforms, and I'll probably buy that when it comes out just to play it and have the nostalgia. Here's Shane Blalock. What's up, Shane? One Dan to Dan and one Battle Partners. Dan to Dan and Battle Partners. So what's cool is you just tested Zelle and it worked. And now we get to put you on the Zelle giveaway. So I just want to point out that we're doing a Zelle giveaway for people who use Zelle. And the reason for that is I'm really looking into, you know, the fact that Zelle doesn't charge me 3% per transaction and how much money that can potentially save over the years. So I'm encouraging people with some giveaways to consider giving it a try. Here we are. Very nice. You know, when we started using Zelle, it almost sounded too good to be true. Like, no processing fees. How's that possible? And then it worked. You know, we've been using it for years now. No problems. And it turned out the reason that the banks don't charge you a fee is because they want you to use Zelle instead of PayPal. Because it turns out PayPal charges the banks a fee, just like PayPal charges me a fee as well. So PayPal's just taking money from everybody. And so now there's an alternative option called Zelle. You just have to have the right, the right bank account to be able to use it. So not all banks use Zelle. Here's a holo. Thank gosh I did the massive pre-grade. Gonna save me so much time. It's a remake. Master Chief Collection was the remaster. Right. There's a lot of terms and all. I'm not good with the terms sometimes. All right, Mr. Shane. Just 2 cards this time, nothing too crazy. Now, Shane, should I create a new bag for you? I feel like I should create a new bag, right? You've returned after a little while. Is that what this is? Let's see. Shane with an SH. That would be in the S's. Ah, here's the SH's. I have to reach so far. Nope, you're right here. Gotcha. Okay. You've already got a bag. Thank you so much. I think I have a bag still. You do. You got a bag right there, Mr. Shane. It was right in the front. How cool is that? Now, let's get this Zelle giveaway and put your name on it. All right, cool. I still play my Halo on my original Xbox. I've been playing a game from the past, Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. I've been playing that. I played that over the weekend rather than getting a lot of work done. And it was fun. I felt relaxed, and I missed it. Missed it from its glory days when there was tons of people playing it, and people were excited when the new DLCs would drop. Yeah, it was a long time ago. Some good times. Hey, look at that. That is one of the breaks right now. We always host breaks. It's one of the things that sets us apart as a channel. All right, so what do we got next? We're going to hit refresh. I had the Halo 3 helmet from the special edition one. Oh, yeah, they always had those kind of things going on, those promotions. And I'd look at them and be like, that's crazy. Here's another interesting break you might be interested in. The Ancient Origins break is for a spot in the box break. That's why it's called the box break up there. There's only 2 spots left on this. That's why you might be interested. 2 spots remain. All right, let's jump over here now. So we had these 2 celebrations. I guess I sent these out and they graded 9. That's too bad. So there's some Pokemons from the tag return. Remember when Mass Effect was good? I never really cared about the Mass Effect story. I'm not a guy who cares about stories in video games, so I never played it for that reason. Believe it or not, I bought Mass Effect 3 a long time ago because my girlfriend wanted to play it, and I ended up playing it because it turned out it came with a multiplayer, and I said, ooh, I'll try the multiplayer. The multiplayer was so fun, I became very addicted to it right away. So that was my introduction to Mass Effect. It was never supposed to happen because I wasn't interested in story games. So these will have proper prices since they are Pokemons. Let's see, Palkia. And we're looking at number 004. But I always use Zelle, says Andy Man. We're going to get you in there, Zelle. Or we're going to get you in there, Andy Man, if you're using Zelle. So, Palkia. He's real cheap. He's 20 bucks. He's just a holo. I mean, okay, so if he's 20, I'm going to place the Yveltal as 16. Okay, there it is. Now, what else do we have here? Ooh, some vintage ones. I never use Zelle. PayPal's too convenient. Plus, I get cash back. Here's Coughing and Pidgey. I get cash back on PayPal when I use it at like a gas station. I have like a Zelle credit card, but it's always like almost nothing. It's like a couple pennies. And they don't really do cash back for anything else. Just Coughing. Yeah, I have to spend it on something other than cards. They are. Oh, yeah. Do-do-do. Scooby-doo. Scoo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. So wait, how do these look? Because, you know, the Cubone got a 10. How close are these to a 10? You actually have to look at these because they're so expensive. Are there any game you played the story? Wow, this got a 9, but it looks really good. Wow, I can't believe that got a 9. These guys grade harsh as hell, dude. That's not a good feeling. You know, there's a point where if you grade too harshly, it starts to feel like you would have been better off with a company that graded nicer. Let's take a quick look. That is an extremely harsh 9. What do they have a problem with? They say there's a ding on the bottom right corner where. Can I click on that? Does it show me? How do I click on that? So we clicked on view. So now we're viewing it. This is it, the bottom right corner that they say has wear on it. Nah, dude. That's got to be a flaw. I think that coughing should have been a 10. This should have been a 10. Yeah, they're grading too harsh. That's too harsh. That's corner wear. Looks like a nice 10 to me. I mean, there's that whiting right there on the edge, but it's not quite the same as a white dot. But, you know, most cards have issues like that to some degree, but is that it? They're saying that right there is what caused the 10 or the 9. I don't know. That's pretty borderline in my book. I'd be willing to try this again. Let's take a look at an Expedition 10 PSA coughing and see how it could have done if it gotten 10. I see a dot. I see it. So this card, as a Japanese non-holo 10, is $200. And then there's no English 10s. If we see an English 10, let's see, ended recently. He doesn't sell very often, but actually one sold in October, PSA 10 for only $50. That doesn't sound very good. But then it sold in December for $80. That didn't end recently. I sorted it by ended recently, and it gave me one from October. The most recently ended one sold for $80. Okay. I don't know. I might be willing to retest it just because I'd like to see the difference between a PSA 10 and a tag 10, you know? I wonder if PSA would have given this a 10. That is so subtle. I don't know. I have that raw. Such cool artwork. Mister, it looks like it's a little indent. I don't know. That's so subtle. I feel like another grading company could have given that a 10 pretty easily. We could test it if we want. I'll hold it. It's a vintage card. It's a vintage card, so I don't mind retesting these things, because if a vintage card regrades into a 10, I might as well be the one to regrade it. There it is. Let me set this here. I got a little box of slabs I'm going to crack back open. Oh, our little iPhone's about to run out of battery. We would plug it in. Hold on. I didn't think it'd be so low on battery. What the hell? All right. Everything's still working? Let's take a look at Pidgey. That's what I would call a strong 9 or a weak 10. Same deal here. This card looks pretty lovely. It's so subtle. There's nothing very strongly bad about this card. Let's check the tag report. I think that the grading was too harsh on that one, the previous one. So we're gonna regrade that one. You know, if tag consistently grades, let's say, too harsh, then the question becomes, why not just send this stuff to PSA anyways? All right, so it says the back top has some wear, and the back top left. Okay, this one might be more deserving of a 9. Let's see if we can find that. So I think it's saying this right here. Yeah, I'd actually agree more with that one, that's closer to wear, and then that right there. And that's more of a white dot, so that's agreeable. I think that the coughing should be regraded, but this one does come off like a 9. All right, Pidgey. Let's get a price for Pidgey, shall we? Expedition Pidgey, everybody. It's a cute card. What is this music, dude? Turn that down a little bit. Nice makeup brush. We've been using that to brush off our slabs for a long time. We're going to head out of here. Let's go get a price on this Pidgey. Expedition Pidgey. I don't think there's any examples of it. Oh man, I'm hating this song. What is this? What am I listening to? This is Christmas Nintendo music? Get me out of here, dude. Nostalgic Pokemon music. We're jumping over there. Whew. Yeah, that music was too noisy. It was clearly triggering my autism. So here we go. We have a Pidgey 9, and they want $57 for it. They're in the UK, though, so it's $27 shipping, too. I'll place this one at $60. All right, so we got one for sale. Beautiful. I think it's a very strong 9. I would not grade that one 8. To touch up his face before doing face reveal. I use it to touch up my face and my makeup before we do a face reveal. Okay, we have a new order. We have 3 new orders. Alexandra, Austin Albert, and Matthew Bain. Let's take care of Miss Alexandra. She's been waiting a little while. So she wants a Gem Pack Volume 2. Ooh, that's the one with Umbreon and Sylveon and Eevee in it. An English 151 times 2. Ooh, those are pricey. Okay, let's grab those. Here they are. And a English Pokemon Go. Now, I'm surprised more people don't open this Pokemon Go product, because it's a solid product. It's gotten pretty old, too, you know? Okay. Here you go, Miss Alexandra. We were kind of taking our time pricing up a couple slabs there from the new return, weren't we? Snip of this, and snip of these, and snip of one of these. There we go. If there are Furos and Spiros, can I keep them? Yes. All right, tossing this away. I think I have a Topps holographic Furo, graded 10 by CGC if you're interested. There you are. Did I leave that over here, or did I put that into the submission to be sent off to the vault, I wonder? Venusaur, nice. You pull a little Venusaur out of pack number 1. And Squirtle ARs. That's a good pull. All right, little Squirtle coming out of the 151s. And then finally, look at that. See, look at this Sylveon. Look how nice that is. Yellow borders, holographic Sylveon. It's a great card. Pokemon Go. Had to work at work for a minute. Unreal. Did you do my PayPal order yet? Yes, I did. There we go. You had to work at work. Ah, that's the worst. All right, here's Mr. Mime. Okay. All right. This is for Miss Alexandra. Aha. Okay. Boop. Now that's completed. Let's go ahead and take a look at another order. Austin Albert, he says, 2 Poke Shuffles. You got it. 2 Poke Shuffles. The website, people have been using it. It's popular. I think that new people especially like it because everyone understands how a website works. It's uncomplicated. You don't have to be explained how it works, you know? All right. I wonder if over time people will slowly stop using the old method. 2 cold ones this time. I'm Sally. That's 2 cold ones. Ooh, I wouldn't mind putting that Pidgey in the Poke Shuffles. He's a cool vintage card. Here's Matthew Bain. He says, $9 shipping, old bag, and slabs. 3 slabs, 1 on Hitbox. Okay, so Matthew Bain, old bag. We're going to go looking for it now, Mr. Matthew. Wait, you might be under the Matt box. Yeah. Matt Kleit, Matt Hedrick, Mark Lombardo, Matthew James White, who has a very old bag. We keep holding it. There must be something good in it. Put this here. And did we already check this box? Martin Ramirez. You know, it's crazy. Just the other day, the MA boxes were like overwhelmingly full. And now there's so much room in them because a couple of M guys shipped. That's all it takes. Here's a Matt Hansen. Matthew Bain. How old is this, Mr. Matthew? Matthew Hill, Matthew Bain. There it is. Ooh, this is old. I'm glad you shipped. Look at this. Malcolm Ambrose from 124 That means that bag is like 2 years old now, right? That's a 2-year-old bag. That's old enough. Let's see what Malcolm left for us. That's a 2-year-old bag. What did our friend Malcolm leave behind? A Chansey. That's probably going to grade 9, I suppose. A Sylveon. An off-center Gengar. He's off-center. Some Korean cards. A little Charizard. Actually, not that much. I genuinely think this is not grade 9. Here's a Houndoom. That's way off-center. Okay. Sorry, Matthew Ambrose. Your bag's been here too long. Wow, 2 years. I guess he just decided he didn't want it. I don't know. He didn't, or he forgot, or something. So let's grab some shipping. Do you know with the Pokemon card, the one with Pikachu wearing a gray hat? Yeah, gray felt hat Pikachu or something like that. I know what you're talking about. He's a cute little card. He's very popular. Would you guys like me to host more breaks on that one? So we've shipped you before, Matthew. Let's see if that shipping address is up to date. It is perfect. That makes shipping you very easy. And you should be A-OK on slabs too, by the way. None of your stuff is actually over a year old, so you're all good. Do you know with the Pokemon card, the one with the Pidgey gray felt hat? I knew it was more like 15, but yeah, maybe worth grading for a whole minute rust. The 2 breaks, Squirtle. Yeah, so the I put you in the Jumbo Pack break, and I put you into the break for the Ancient Origins pack. That means there's 2 spots left on that Ancient Origins pack break, and there's 3 spots left on the Jumbo Pack break. We got some cool-ass breaks, man. We got some really good-looking stuff. Hey, mister, I left for a bit. Did you get my order yet? Yes, you had an order for a star spot. However, it was already sold. NHCC had already bought it, so I put you down for $10. Oh, we do not need signature confirmation on this shipment. And now we hit print. There it goes. Would you grade the Squirtle? So normally I would, but just eyeballing your card when we opened it, it did look a little off center. So it looks like probably it will not grade 10. But the artwork, yes, that's going to be a popular card over time. There we go. Matthew Bain is all set up to go. Now, Matthew, we don't have your slabs right next to me. I just print the label. Miss Alexis will have it in the shipping area. That's where all the slabs get sold after they sell. All right, cool. Why don't we take a second, because I think that was everybody in the website. Why don't we just take a second now and price up a couple more of these brand new slabs that just got back. So we got a pretty overwhelming number of tag 9s. Almost the whole submission was just 9s. So we got a couple cards to let go of. I know you like Topps. Have you ever opened a box of Topps Chrome? No, Topps Chrome was always really expensive. And maybe I should have opened a box. Maybe I should have bought one off the internet and sold it to you guys and opened it and opened a pack for myself. But, you know, it was such a high price that I said, you know what? Dollar for dollar, my audience is going to be better off just opening like another box of Team Rocket First Edition or another box of Fossil First Edition or base set. All the things that we've opened recently. That's been our recent history. So I'm glad I chose that for you guys. I think that those were a better value and avoided the Topps Chrome, which up to this point has not been that good of a value. Now, that could change now that we have heard wind of a new Topps set coming. But we've always had a Topps option for people that want to play with Topps. Topps Series 1, 2, the movie, Topps Series. Well, we've never done Topps Series 3. We've done Topps 2000, the movie. So we've had some Topps options that are also very fun and cool. And I actually distinctly remember helping somebody pull a Rainbow Charizard out of Topps the movie 2000, or Topps the movie, first movie. Somebody pulled a Rainbow Charizard out of there and it graded 10. Although it was a surprise to me because the card had a visible problem on it, they still gave it a 10, which shows you when you have a really good card like that, you just grade it no matter what. But yeah, I got a 10. I don't remember who pulled it, but I'm very jealous. I wish I owned that card. But it's a cool card, huh? Here's Sponge. Oh, this is actually a Rainbow Refractor. I didn't know that. Okay, so that's a refractor. And Spongebob's Nose Flute's the name of the card, huh? So we're going to look up Nose Flute real fast, see if there's a price on this. Let's say Topps nose flute. No. Do you reseal packs, mister? If so, may I get cake in it? In it? I don't know what this should be worth. It's a Refractor 9. We'll say $35, I guess. I mean, I think that seems pretty fair. It might actually be underpriced. And then here we have Duskull. He's actually a vintage card. Let's take a quick look. I don't think he's going to be worth much, to be honest. He's a Japanese 9. I'll just say 25. Okay, and then this is EV English 9. And there's nothing particularly rare about this card. We're just going to say $16. All right, there we go. We got some fresh 9s up there. A lot of 9s just came back from tag grading. So you're going to see some 9s get priced up. You might find one that you like. I agree with that logic. Those chrome cards just look so nice, especially the sparkle variation. Yeah, so I did buy the Sparkle Charizard 10 for like $7,000. And I think he's up to like $12,000 or something. Here's Joshua Whipple for Poke Shuffles. Poke Shuffles, people love them. Let's grab it. Okay, you ready? All organized. 1, 2, 3. Organized. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh. All right. How do you feel about some of those cards you got from me? I like the Celebi and the Tyranitar you bought. Those are the ones I remember. I don't remember everything you bought. You bought quite a few of them, but those are the two I remember the most. 4 cold ones. Joshua Whipple. 4 cold ones. Joshua Whipple. 3 more Poke Shuffles. Wow, he had already ordered that. Okay. Picture time, CS-Men. I would look at this Spiros slab if you have 1 or 2. I do have a Spiros slab. I have 2 of them. I don't know where either of them are at. So I had a Spiro AR somewhere, and then I have a Firo Topps card. 1, 2, 3. Here it is. Oh, and I found Tai Hua's Parasect. I forgot about that. I want to tell him I found it. If he's still interested in it, maybe. Actually, I suppose... Yeah, that's the thing, though. If I have it shipped back to me, would that end up just costing me a lot of money? So I found we couldn't find his Parasect. It went missing. And I found out where it went. It got shipped to the vault by accident. I don't know how that happened, but it got shipped to the vault. Got shipped to the PSA vault. So it didn't disappear. It didn't get misshipped. Well, it did get misshipped, but it went to the vault instead of to him. He was asking about that. Mimikyu Rev 10. Hey! There you go, Josh. So you went 7 deep and you pulled this Mimikyu. Let's go find what the Mimikyu is. Are you ready? It says it's a chase card. Sounds like reverse hollow. It also says T10, so we know it's a tag slab. Aha! There it is. So that is Team Rocket's Mimikyu. So here's what you're getting out of this deal. He's a reverse hollow English 10, and you know those are pretty hard to grade. Mimikyu is also a pretty decent Pokemon, and it's a Team Rocket's Mimikyu. So it's a Rocket card. So there you go. Now you have the option re-roll it for 90% of its value, or keep it. I'll tell you how many spots you would get, okay? Give me a second here. Okay, so it'd be 65 divided by 5, which is 13. So if you'd like to re-roll, you can re-roll for a total of 13 spots. I saw Deep Pocket Monsters at PopCon. Oh, cool, man. Mr. I have like 200 cards that could be graded. I need to pick out 20. How do you think I go about this? So if it was my cards, I would just pick out the best ones first and send them. And then when they come back, you get kind of a sense of how they got graded. And then you can send out the next round and the next round and the next round. You just keep choosing the very best ones first, or the ones that you think that you intend to sell. So that's very important. Like, if I have a card, I want to grade it one day, but I know I'm just going to keep it. Maybe I don't even grade that one because I'm like, that's okay. It can just sit here ungraded. So sometimes it's a capital thing. Sometimes it's like, how much money do I have for grading? All right, Mr. Whipple, keep it or re-roll? Keep it or re-roll. You would get 13 re-rolls. Hey, what's up, Soy Sauce Soprano? I'm thinking for next month, let's re-roll. Okay, give me a second. Oops. So he gets put back in. 1, 2, 1. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So he's going to be put back in for 15 spots. But we're also going to make a change to him. Next time he comes out, he's only going to be re-rolled from 70. Actually, no, it should say 65. All right, so that'll be the change. Okay, and now you get 13 re-rolls. Good luck. You might hit the jackpot. Let's see what happens. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There it is. Check general chat. Ooh, let's see. Here, wait, I can pull it up on my phone. I want to see his cards too, because he probably display them nice. Here it is. All right, so look at all these slabs CS Men had purchased. Look at all that. All right, it looks like a drug deal. Well, I see some good ones in there. I see that Vending Mew 10. I see the Holland Electrode 10, Slowpoke 10. There's a Fossil 10. There's the Rocket Box Topper 10. There's the Tyranitar 10. Dark Sandslash 10. Yeah, you went ham, dude. You bought basically all the good vintage cards. And now I have just a limited number left. All right. I don't think I get a free one with the reroll. That's correct, because it would mess up the concept of 90%. So when it's a reroll, no bonus. All right, here goes. Only when you're purchasing outright. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, man, that was an unlucky round. He just pulled 13 cold ones. I am so sorry, Mr. Josh. Wow, that is tough. Man, I have too many cards now, says CS Man. That's not true. You got like a fraction of what I got. You should see my collection, man. I got a whole dump truck of cards. You've got a good start, basically, CS Man. That's a good start. It was all free and for the entertainment. Ah, dang it. Rerolls, they're very tempting. And sometimes they turn out to be the best decision. Sometimes they give you some cold ones. All right, what do we have here? We have the, ooh. I know if I price this, you're all going to fight over it. It's the problem. He's got a nice swirl by his head, and he got a 8.5, which is, wow, that is such a decent grade. You know, I purchased this card maybe like 5 or 6 years ago, it feels like, and I was buying it from a dude in Japan. I was buying $10,000 of holographic cards from him at a time, all the way back then. And so now we're all the way in the future, and I get to continue profiting off of that. One of the mistakes I made is I graded those cards too soon. If I had only held all the cards I bought from him and graded them later, I'd have made so much more money. Oops. So I was grading and flipping super, super fast. It's all right. I got me a 9. I wouldn't fight over that. Give me that. I want it. I know. It's a nice-looking Charizard. So there's Groudon, and there's a Bronzor. There it goes. Let's get some prices on these. I know you're all tripping over yourselves to get this Master Ball Bronzor, but that's okay. We'll get a really nice price on it. And here's Groudon, and he's not a Master Ball, just a regular 9. All right. Yeah, Tag be grading these cards as harsh as possible. Man, I swear they're harsh. 99999. Just $17 for Master Ball Bronzor. Oops. I'm giving him away. That is not a lot of money. All right, thank you so much, Mr. Josh. We have an order from Mr. Todd Peters. He says, I would like the higher end rolls, please. You're talking about the live customs. You got it. This is a live custom. Todd Peters. I just did some rolls. What did I miss? No longer stream at night? Hey, what's up, Mr. Baseball Mitts? Yeah, so a couple weeks ago, I decided we would have a morning stream. And this morning stream can last as long as you guys want it to. So as long as you're sending in orders, we just keep it running. And then we have an evening stream, and that one's on a tight schedule. That one needs to end by 7:30 p.m. at least. So that's the morning time and the evening time stream. No nighttime stream anymore. Now I get to sleep like a normal human being. Ooh, look at that. His name's Quasar. Cool. So you get a little bonus card there, Mr. Todd, but your pack was cold. Ugh. All right. Sales have been kind of similar. I don't think they've been significantly lower, but we are missing, I know we're missing one person, Miss Seva Dusenberry. I haven't seen her as much. This must be a difficult time period for her. In scheduling, that is. Can you fly over here and help me organize? You want me to fly over there? Oh, man, who would protect my Pokemon cards while I was gone, though? How's that been working out for you? You know, I think it's been lower sales, but ultimately, I go to sleep at the same time as my wife and wake up in the same bed as her. And like this weekend, for example, I got to play on Sunday from the moment the sun came up all the way to the end. And it was like, it's such a significant improvement to the quality of living. Because normally the way it would work, I'd wake up at like 3:30 to 4 p.m. in the middle of the daytime. That's when I would normally wake up. And for her, that's already almost the end of the day. That's like almost dinner time. You're like 2 hours away from dinner time at that point. And that was the schedule she and I ran for like 6 years. And it's been, you know, we've been together like almost 13 years now. So we didn't always live this way. We only started living this way when I started the card channel. And we fought over it and complained about it. And we did it that way for many years. And I made my money. You know, I made money selling cards overnight. And it was pretty tough. It's like working a fourth shift or third shift or overnight shift, whatever you want to call it. Now we're having more like a regular lifestyle, basically. Like I can see the lake from my window right now and the sun is up. And it's like, what? You know, it's crazy. It's especially affecting me in the winter because in the winter, when I woke up at 4 p.m. and then I went live right away, I'd be done by what, like 7? And then it'd be pitch black outside. In other words, I didn't get any sunlight at all in the winter for like 6 years. Zero sunlight at all. None. Not even a little bit. And that was every winter. So 6 years of no sun in the winter. And it's just like, you know, I'm tough, but it's like I can do it if I really have to do it. But it's like, I don't have to do it at this point in life. It's like, I can actually just live a normal life. So yeah, we'll probably have a little bit less sales. We'll have to build up a new audience that is understanding of this time period, but it's going to be worth it. It's about lifestyle at this point. It's not about money. All right. So we received $21 of crypto. Whose crypto is this? Oh, my jaw is clicking when I close it. What is that? Interesting. That's right. Good for work-life balance. Way better. Now on Sunday and Saturday, the first thing I do is wake up and scramble some eggs for us. It's so nice. And she loves it too. So she wakes up and I cook us breakfast and then we just hang out, play games. And then it's bedtime. We go to bed together. And it's like, probably should have been that way the whole time. Here's the thing though. When I did the overnight stream, I was completely left alone by her because she's sleeping. It's just this big, quiet, empty time period to sell cards. It's a very good time period to sell cards. Always was. And yeah, it's a prime time for selling, in my opinion. Actually, 8 p.m. would be the ultimate prime time, but we can't hit 8 p.m. All right. Grid sent for her slab away. Very nice. All right, let's take care of that. So over here, it shall say, Bridget, and your ditto shall be $104. Boom. All right. That's updated. Thank you. Did you dream about anything last night? I did. I had a dream that I bought a box of Pokemon cards, and it was a fake booster box, a Chinese scam box. I dreamt that just last night. And it shows you how much fraud and scam is involved in the hobby these days, that even my brain is sort of processing that while I'm sleeping. I literally dreamed last night that I bought a fake box and lost thousands of dollars. Here we are. I'm sure it goes on in your minds too when you're buying product. It's like, God, I hope this one's not a fake. There we go. I deal with it a little more than you guys do because I constantly have to restock and, think about what are we going to do next. So the thought of having to buy like just some stranger's box off the internet and hope it's not a fake one, we are. It's tough, man. There's so many scammers out there. There we go. Okay. Y'all the best. Hey, how's it going? So here's Lucario's stamp, but he got a 9. No, he might be a little more expensive, though. Let's find out. PSA 9. He might be a little more desirable is what that means. Lucario, number 114. Let's just type that in. Lucario 114. If I send 40 cards, the grading fee is going to be brutal. Yeah, that exactly. Well, that's how all grading works, and you can see me selling my 9s off. Oh, wow, this might be really, really expensive. Hold on, what is this? No, it's not expensive. It's about 30 bucks. That's what it should be. 30 bucks is pretty standard. There it is. All right, Scarlet Violet stamped Lucario there, guys, with the cosmic foil. $30. You really got to take it out of the sleeve to appreciate it. Beautiful. Okay. And then this is the Tyranitar 9. I really wanted this one to get a 10, but this one did not. So this will say Tyranitar 135. Probably a lot of these getting graded right now. 135. Boom. Okay, so this Tyranitar ends up being about $30 as well. So he's $30. Hey, what's up, Night Owl? How's it going, man? All right, grabbing this. Yeah, we've been hosting these morning time streams, and they've been okay. I think they've been all right. Some of the people who would have been in the nighttime stream are able to make this stream. Okay, Lucario Tyranitar. This is a nice card. Look at that Beedrill. So I think this Beedrill is meant to be saved to become a break or something. There we are. Boop. Those are our other promos. The Bill and Battle ones look different. Put this here. Here's Tifa. Look at this Tifa. Wow. So that's Final Fantasy Opus 1 Tifa. Here we are. Let's see. For those of you who collect any Final Fantasy, what you should note about this card is this is from the very first set of Final Fantasy's own card game. Tifa 016C. Let's try that out. And there it is. Oh, but that's a holographic. Okay, hold on. Let me check sold maybe. I need a tutorial on how to take a card out of a top loader. That is a funny request. I'd never thought of that. So this won't be overwhelmingly expensive. You might find that the price on this is pretty agreeable. I couldn't find one for sale. I've got one for sale, and I'm not going to ask the moon and stars for it. How about we try $40 for PSA 10 Tifa? Totally reasonable. All right, I graded this too for some reason. I guess maybe because it looked like it could grade 10. That's called Atticus, huh? So that's English Atticus from Prismatic. Yuck. You ignored my comment. Yeah, because you're saying I love you or something like that. What am I supposed to respond with? Yeah, baby, come here. You ignored my comment. There we go. Any graded Terraria cards? Oh, not Terraria. Terra cards. Terra, she's a character from Final Fantasy as well. I don't think I have any this time. I need to put the card into a card saver, and I have no idea how to take it out safely. You're going to have to damage all of your cards. Here's Atticus. Prismatic. CS, man, I got you. Love you too, Russ. Grabbing this. Let's grab this. Let's see. So Atticus is for sale for $40. Kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Not terribly expensive. Some cheap 10s coming in here. Okay. All right. Oh my gosh, Atticus Ross. Oh my gosh, 9 Inch Nails. Here we have Storming the Beach. Okay. And Slitherwing and Adventure Time. Oh. There, I made him say it, Russ. You're welcome, Wall. I'll send you a video. 1 second, bro. Let's grab one of these. We have a Miss Beatrice. She says, can I get the Tag 9 Groudon slab? Okay, Tag 9 Groudon. This. Here you go. Very good. Tron Ares on Disney Plus now. Top movie in the country. Ah, yeah? If only I had Disney Plus. No, I sent for it too. No! All right. It says you sent yours 8 minutes ago. Actually, can it give me the exact time? It says 8 minutes ago. And Beatrice sent hers 7 minutes ago. I'm so sorry, Beatrice. That means that Alexandra actually got this first. I'm so sorry about that. All right. That happens sometimes on this channel. A card will pop up and 2 people will want it at the same time. The rule is whichever payment arrived first, we just service that one. It goes, all right. There'll be another card. Okay. Beatrice is owed $20. Oh, now I feel sorry. Tron flopping in the box office, but being a stream cult hit is like clockwork for the series. I don't know about this time, man. I don't think it's happening this time. This. All right. 20. Jared Leto. You know, I felt like Tron had a thing where it felt like it was kind of for dudes. I don't think it had that feeling this time. I don't think it's going to be a cult classic. I read the reviews. To me, it seemed kind of like it's going to be a stinky poopy. Disney just gets its hand on stuff and ruins it. Says, how fast can we ruin this? How fast can we destroy this intellectual property? Okay, some more of these. It's #1 top 10 on streaming. Yeah, for like the 12 people who have Disney Plus. There it is. Here's Shaman. Here's Groval. Okay. Very nice. All right. Tron needs Sydney Sweeney. I don't know about that either. But there it is. Here's Groval. I like 9 Inch Nails, though. He's cool. All right. So I like this Shaman a lot. I think that Shaman's really cute. Let's take a quick look into Shaman. Shaman 003. Looks like this is our Hail Mary for our chance at any good sequel. Man, maybe. I don't think the Tron franchise will ever be truly dead. But it could be a long time before we get another one. They'll probably have to reboot it. The main guy, the old man, whatever his name is, he'll be passed away by the time they make the next one. And it's not a bad franchise. Like, the brand itself is good. But you have to give it to somebody who just wants to tell a good story. Not somebody who wants to sell you some music and a very bad story. You know what I mean? Here's Groval, vintage. 24 for Groval. Just make it a sequel to Legacy and make Jared Leto the bad guy like the original Tron 3 script. Good like ratio rainbow card giveaway. Nah, scrap Jared Leto entirely. Get a brand new cast. Nobody you've ever heard of. Just brand new people. And take it away from Disney or something. I don't know. You want it to be good? Don't let Disney work on it. Then it will be good. Stop Disney from... Look at all these 9s, dude. Tag basically only gave me 9s. You realize this. Everything's a 9. All right, we have to take a look at the Dialga. He's too good not to look at him. All right, now I understand that these cards, like the Dialga, often have an issue. Let's scan it. Let's see the greater report, see what was wrong. Jared Leto has heat on him anyways. Girls have come out about him saying he had P-file, so his career is going to be done at some point. Yikes. Okay, so it says there's a problem. Edge wear on the front right. Okay, let's find that. I actually agree. It probably will have some problems with the front right. Oh, I see. Let's see. That? Is it referring to that? That is so subtle. You know, Tag is scaring me, dude. Tag is making me feel like if their grading is too harsh and everything's going to be a 9, that is not good. I thought they were going to find a different flaw. So with these cards, with these Dialga half deck cards, there's a different problem where a band goes around them about right here. So there's usually there's a band around them, and that band causes problems. That's what gave it a 9? Wow, that's crazy. That grading is too harsh. So this one's going to get cracked and resent to PSA. Yeah, I mean, tags, I like Tag and all, and we have a nice little thing going on with them, but if their grading is too harsh, I can't grade with them. This should have gone to PSA. I bet this would have been a 10. We'll find out if these are 10s in the future. Too harsh. Send to PSA. You know, I bet you I do this a lot more than Tag does. So Tag probably doesn't cross-grade their own work over and over and over again. I do, as a person who needs to be very good at grading cards. I test the various companies to see how they turn out. And if that Dialga grades 10 with PSA, which I suspect it might, that's very bad news for Tag. They can't be doing that. They can't be overly harsh. They can't be overly nice either. Now, see, like this one, I look at it and I immediately think top, bottom, centering. So I don't even need to test this one. This one's just off center. That one's got a problem. Does Tag do 9.5? No, they're like PSA. They only do 9s and 10s. So that's kind of a copy of PSA style too, by the way. But that just might have been too harsh, man. That little flaw. I think PSA would have given that a 10. They'd have been like, good enough. Because a 10 doesn't mean perfect, by the way. A 10 means almost perfect, but not perfect. All right. Dang it, I sent my gold Dragonite to Tag. Well, here's the good news. If it grades 10, that's a good thing. So you're going to have a very harsh, you know, a company that grades very harshly looking at it. But, yeah, I don't know. Grading companies aren't perfect. I crack PSA 9s as well, right? I crack PSA 9s. So grading companies aren't perfect. They just got to be careful not to let it be a pattern of habit that their 9s are always super, you know, harsh and easily flippable into a 10. That's not a good look. Miltank. This is Miltank 008. Vintage. That's a vintage Miltank, but there's no price on it. All right. So we could just come up with our own price. Maybe 25. Cute little Miltank. Now this one's actually holographic. He's nice. That's a hollow. Miltank's a non-hollow. Time to get ready to crack it. Yeah, cracking the hard part is cracking those tag slabs is it's like an art, you know, you do so much work. Well, I can see it's 1 p.m. That's about wrap-up time. Let's see if we have any new orders in the queue. Did we write Miss Alexandra down for some store credit? We need to write her down. Not Alexandra, Beatrice Monis, right? We did. We wrote down Beatrice, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Okay, we're good. Just wanted to double-check that. I want to start collecting, but I have no clue where to start. What's poppin', twin? Hey, what's up, man? We're just looking at some of these cards that came back from Tag grading. so many 9s is shot. They're all 9s, but here's a couple 10s right there. So here's a Pikachu. I'm sorry, here's a Duskull 9, but the Mewtwo's a 10 and a Pikachu's a 10. Thank God. Yeah. All right. Here's Duskull. All right. You know, I don't even need to look this up. We've seen enough of their prices. We're going to say about $20 on this one. Let's look up this guy, though. Mewtwo Go. Mewtwo 030. He's a good-looking Mewtwo. That's why we graded him. Yeah, so this Mewtwo, because he graded 10, he's got to be about $52. Great-looking card. Any more NGC Pokecoins? Currently, no, but I can take some time and send some out, and they'll show up about 3 months later, which is a long time from now. There we go. So we should get a round of those sent out as well. I think those are really fun to see them come back. All right. Here's Pikachu. Pikachu. All right. Very good. What a rad Pikachu with the sideways hat. All right, so this is going to say 75. Wow. So, once again, why aren't people looking at Pokemon Go? This Pikachu can go for what? 75? Really? That's nuts, man. I'm not surprised, though. It's an absolutely beautiful card. All right, so that's it. We filled the table up with a whole bunch of these cards that just came back from Tag. Kind of focusing on the 9s first, but we're going to get them all priced up. So we have a daytime stream to host, an evening stream, I should say. So there's more cards to come if you're just wanting to look at the slabs. Not a lot of booster packs open today in the morning time stream. That pattern was similar to last week. Last week wasn't super heavy, and I do think we're in between sets right now is what's going on. I think a lot of people are anticipating Ascended Heroes, and there's some excitement for that. And in the meantime, we could focus on cool stuff that's timeless, like vintage cards. We have this beautiful pack split right here. Or you could get yourself into, let's see, where to go. This right here, the box break. 2 spots left in here. Of course, that's for a whole pack that then puts you in line with the box break for Ancient Origins. Okay, so these are Mega Evolutions too. And then we have the 100 Start Deck is the current latest set out by Pokemon. Before that, it would have been Mega Dream. So remember, this is unique ARs and SARs in here. And we have a nice set running. Yeah, we just got a lot of breaks going on, a lot of cool things going on. You know what we do lack? I think we definitely lack solid vintage 10s to offer for Slab Away. But it's a very tricky time to sell those because they're all moving up in price and they're all like impossible to restock. So it's like, I just don't have an easy way to offer them. I really don't. Don't have an easy way to offer vintage 10s. I have a couple that I'm selling. Sometimes somebody sends one in that they want sold on Slab Away or something. They want to sell it. You know, they want me to sell it for them on the table. So that happens a little bit. But yeah, it's tricky. Those are vintage Pokemon cards. And then One Piece has been one of the hottest sets for a little while. But we're waiting for the next One Piece sets as well. I did just spend $1,000 on a bunch of One Piece promos. Those are coming over. And we'll get those graded up and see how they look. And hopefully they look really nice. And then, yeah, OP14 is the next English set. I don't know what the next Japanese set is. But every time I ask my, you know, my guy who supplies me with cards for an update, he doesn't have a price on it, whatever the next set is. So it just must be too early. People dropped money on Xbox new set pre-order earlier this week. What a rad Pikachu Meowth promo secured. Any more NGC coins? The Full Art Mewtwo V is a gem in my eyes. Yeah, he's cool, huh? Look at that, isn't that nice? So I'll keep you guys up to date with all the latest slabs that I have for sale. We have a lot of cool breaks running at the same time as well. We have this Zelle giveaway for people who want to use Zelle for the first time. Zelle, I like it. It's a payment company, and I like it better than PayPal. So use it, and I'll put you in this giveaway. All right, and then we're doing our big slab rotation, which means all of our unsold slabs from the last month or two, they're all getting repriced right now. Like this guy right here, he just got repriced, the Fui Coco, and he's at 35 for a 10. Or this coughing right here, he just got examined as well. So these cards are getting repriced, and actually, I think I should put 2 dots on all of them. All right. So I think we'll sign out there. It's 1:01 p.m. I'm going to go relax for about 2 or 3 hours, and we'll be back on for the evening stream. I'll see you guys in the evening stream. I'll see you there. We'll be in horizontal mode. If you enjoyed today's stream, don't forget to subscribe so that you know when we go live again, okay? I'll see you guys in the evening stream.